I guess this is the one instance where us Canadians can flex something over you Americans for once. But CBS Global, or Global, which is the CBS affiliate in Canada, has the Inside CECOT documentary. I'm not going to play any clips of it right now because CBS has been aggressively copyright striking people who have been showing any fucking clips from the documentary whatsoever that 60 Minutes did in going into Secot fucking prison. And yeah, obviously it's not airing within the United States of America because Bari Weiss decided to last minute fucking pull that shit down. Shanking it was so last minute. It was after it was sent to CBS's Canadian partner Global TV, which posted last night's 60 Minutes with Inside Secot right on it. Whoops. I assume it's probably not on Global anymore if I were to take a bet, because again, it'll make the president mad or something. And because here's the fucking thing with like Bari Weiss. Bari Weiss is nothing but a stooge to the deep state. Like unironically, she's just a fucking stooge. The only reason why Larry Ellison appointed her to be editor-in-chief of CBS is at the behest of Donald Trump, because Donald Trump just wants all of these more so like well-meaning, and I think like CBS News wants to do like good journalistic work, good investigative journalistic work and whatnot, because Donald Trump has had problems with 60 Minutes in the past before, with a lot of their fucking goddamn reporting. Yes, she's an incompetent stooge. I agree, Alex. But Bari Weiss basically is just a stooge to people like Larry Ellison and to general the deep state, period, and power. And so she's just willing to do like whatever possible. But again, this is Sharon Alfonsi, who did the report into Secot, and you can only assume just how ridiculously dangerous it is to get into a place like Secot. The people who have to give the reporting and the testimony to these fucking reporters, they are risking their fucking lives. And now this is not going to go out to air for the American people, all because of one fucking... And we're going to get to the reasoning for as to why Bari Weiss more than likely has done this, and it is about as unsurprising as you may think. The reasoning for as to why, not why, but yeah, Bari Weiss is simply just like nothing more than a stooge to fucking power, and we'll get into why she did this inevitably, but why don't we take a look to as to what Sharon Alfonsi is saying here, who I believe is the reporter who did the main sort of investigative journalism into Secot. Secot, again, for those who don't know, is basically a prison gulag that the Trump administration cut a deal with Nayib Bukele, aka the one Palestinian I'd be okay with the IDF bombing the shit out of. He's basically like a dictator, the complete fucking stooge, who basically did a right-wing fucking takeover of the country because of it collapsing, because of a lot of U.S. interventionism and even coups. Like, keep in mind, there was a coup in El Salvador under the Obama administration in 2008, which, well, caused a lot of problems for the fucking goddamn country, and obviously it was unstable as a result. Whoa, who would have thought? But here's the letter. Hey, news team, thank you for the notes and text. I apologize for not reaching out earlier. I learned on Saturday that Bari Weiss spiked our story Inside Secot, which was supposed to air tonight. We, Ori and I, asked for a call to discuss her decision. She did not afford us that courtesy/opportunity. Keep in mind, by the way, everyone in CBS fucking hates Bari Weiss. They see her as nothing more than an incompetent stooge who basically just does the bidding of whoever is in power. Because this is essentially like the point of Bari Weiss. The overall thing I want to say. The only reason why she exists is to just be a bully for fucking liberal institutions. She pretends to be a liberal herself. She's not. She's just a fucking conservative. She pretends to be a liberal, to espouse liberal positions, to say that she is a liberal because she's a fucking lesbian woman, or Jewish woman specifically. When in reality, that's not the case. She is through and through a conservative. She agrees with conservative positions. She espouses conservative positions. She always adopts conservative framing for all of her fucking goddamn positions. Every single time that fucking Bari Weiss can adopt conservative framing for any position, she will, for the behest of getting more and more billionaire money, because again, she is just a stooge to power. That is it. The only thing Bari Weiss cares about is securing more and more power, and if she can be a complete sycophant to whatever billionaire is on top, she will gladly do that with a heartbeat. Not a problem. Without even a thought, she'll just fucking do it. Our story was screened 5 times and cleared by both CBS attorneys and Standards and Practices. It is factually correct in my view. Pulling it now after every rigorous internal check has been met is not an editorial decision, it's a political one. And I am inclined to agree here with Sharon, which is very fucking goddamn dangerous. I thought Bari Weiss cared so much about free speech, but now she's willing to curtail the speech of some of her reporters that are under her in CBS. For what exactly? We'll get to that. We requested responses to questions and or interviews with DHS, the White House, and the State Department. Government silence is a statement, not a veto. 1000%, right? If the government refuses to comment on something, it tells you their position on that particular issue instantaneously. It's like, oh, okay, well, that says everything I need to know. Like, you don't fucking agree with this if you're being silent on a particular question. The refusal to be interviewed is a tactical maneuver designed to kill the story. If the administration's refusal to participate becomes a valid reason to spike a story, we have effectively handed them a kill switch for any reporting they find inconvenient. So that's the reasoning as to why Bari Weiss is spiking the story, because the administration didn't want to comment on anything whatsoever. Genuinely fucking insane. That alone, allowing that permission structure to exist to begin with, is a reason as to why reporting can just get fucking killed within a country. But then again, like I said before, fucking Bari Weiss has no problem at all whatsoever just being a fucking stooge to power. Just doing, like, state fucking journalism. She wants to make CBS be a state outlet for the administration. If the standard for airing a story becomes the government must agree to be interviewed, then the government effectively gains control over the 60 Minutes broadcast. 1000%. We go from an investigative powerhouse to a stenographer for the state, which is what Bari Weiss's whole modus operandi within CBS is right now. These men risk their lives to speak with us. We have a moral and professional obligation to the sources who entrusted us with their stories. Abandoning them now is a betrayal of the most basic tenet of journalism, giving voice to the voiceless. Well, unfortunately, we're dealing with Bari Weiss here, and she has always wanted to stamp down on those who are voiceless. That has pretty much been her whole modus operandi ever since she started her fucking outlet, the Free Press, to only go after the meek, the weak, and those who cannot express themselves. Bari Weiss's whole start within journalism, may I remind you, was going after anti-Zionist professors who said things that she did not agree with politically. CBS spiked the Jeffrey Wiggin interview due to legal concerns, nearly destroying the credibility of this broadcast. It took years to recover from that low point. By pulling the story to shield an administration, we are repeating that history, but for political optics rather than legal ones. Yep. Genuinely fucking insane. Honestly, I think that just makes it worse. And I think that this is almost absolutely, this is just significantly worse. All for the fact that one woman, Bari Weiss, just wants to be a stooge to power. We have been promoting the story on social media for days. Our viewers are expecting it. When it fails to air without a credible explanation, the public will correctly identify this as corporate censorship. We are trading 50 years of gold standard reputation for a single week of political quiet. I care too much about this broadcast to watch it be dismantled without a fight. I hope this is a wake-up call for every single privatized corporate media institution. You need to know that they are going to come after all of you. It doesn't matter. They don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about freedom of the press. They hate the freedom of the press. They think it is anathema to the existence of what they are trying to build, and that is a dictatorship under Donald Trump. That is what they overall want. But apparently Bari Weiss herself, the memo Bari Weiss sent to some 60 Minutes staff on Sunday. What do we have here? Hi all, I'm writing this with specific guidance on what I'd like for us to advance to advance the CECOT story. I know you'd all like to see this run as soon as possible. I feel the same way. Okay, bro. But if we run the piece as is, we'd be doing our viewers a disservice. Oh, really? A disservice in what way exactly, Bari? What? Maybe there'd be some things that are too inconvenient for the current administration in power, you know? Maybe, just maybe. Some of the testimonies revealed by the prisoners might be a little too inconvenient for people. Makes you think, doesn't it? Last month, many outlets, most notably the New York Times, exposed the horrific conditions at CECOT. Our story presents more of these powerful testimonies, and putting these accounts into the public record is valuable in and of itself. So then why are you killing it then? But if we are going to run another story about a topic that has by now been much covered, we need to advance it. So the excuse is currently so far, the reason why she's killing this is simply just due to the fact that she just wants to, I don't know, go for more juicy details to advance the story forward. This seems like an excuse to me. Like getting testimonies from prisoners instead of just written words from those prisoners at CECOT is going to be significantly more powerful. Seeing their conditions be filmed as well, that's going to be a much more powerful message in comparison to what the New York Times got. Among the ways to do so, does anyone in the administration or anyone prominent who defended the use of the Alien Enemies Act now regard it in a light of what these Venezuelans endured at CECOT? That's a question I'd like to see asked and answered. Why the fuck does that matter? Anyone in the administration or anyone prominent who defended the use of the Alien Enemies Act. Dog, the invocation of the Alien Enemies Act is illegal in of itself. To get that perspective is nonsensical, but then again, stooge to power. At present, we do not present the administration's argument for why it sent 252 Venezuelans to CECOT. We don't need that argument, Bari. We know that argument already, Bari. The reason why they did that is because Stephen Miller, and by the way, this is who she's trying to shield. Stephen Miller has made the argument that he wants 100 million Americans to be in the United States instead of the current population of 350 million, or it's about 350 million, something like that. He wants to kick them all out. He wants a white ethno-state. So yeah, the individual who I've been alluding to, who Bari Weiss wants to give an interview on CBS is, or like one of their stupid fucking town halls like they did for Eric Kirk, is Stephen fucking Miller, the current egg-headed Nazi in charge of the fucking deportation program that exists within the United States of America. It's extremely fucking obvious that this is what it has always been about. Yeah, dude, we need the perspective of the criminal fucking goddamn whatever the fuck dumbass idiot administration who's doing everything legally right now. Sure, totally, not Christy, Bari. What we have is Caroline Levitt's soundbite claiming they are evildoers in America, but isn't there much more to ask in light of the torture that we are revealing? Tom Homan and Stephen Miller don't tend to be shy. I realize we emailed the DHS spokes, but we need to push much harder to get these principles on the record. Who cares about the principles of these like fucking Nazi little fucking freaks? Their principle is rather simple. They just want to kill a bunch of fucking illegals. Or they can't kill them. It's like, okay, fine, we'll just deport them instead. We want to kill them. We really do, but we can't, because that may give us way too many fucking problems. The data we present paints an incongruent picture. Of the 252 Venezuelans sent to CECOT, We say nearly half have no criminal histories. That's the problem, Barry. That's why it's all illegal, because most of them don't have criminal histories. In other words, more than half do have criminal histories. Like what? I guarantee you the vast majority of those people who do have criminal histories, civil misdemeanors. We've seen the stats on this already. Most of the people, and I mean most, as in the vast majority of people who get black bagged by the state right now, are simply just a bunch of people who are innocent and have no criminal record. And if they do, it's civil fucking misdemeanors. Completely fucking nonsensical here by Bari. Like, yeah, dude, we need to give in to the schizophrenic delusions of the fucking fascist administration that's currently in power and get their side of the story. It's nonsense. She's just doing this because, again, stooge to power. We say nearly half have no criminal histories. In other words, more than half do have criminal histories. We should spend a beat explaining this. Why? That doesn't matter. People already know the vast majority of people do not have criminal offenses, and if they do, it's misdemeanor shit. Stupid. We then say that only 8 of the 252 have been sentenced in America for violent offenses. But what about charged? So you're admitting that you do know the numbers, and then the numbers are stipulated, but you want to now go into details about what's being charged? Again, this is an excuse. She just wants to interview Stephen Miller on her fucking stupid, like, town hall bullshit. That's, like, literally it. My point is that we should include as much as we can possibly know and understand about these individuals. Stupid. Like, we must capitulate to the administration. We have to be a state outlet at all costs, guys. Secretary Noem's trip to CECOT, we report that she took pictures and video there with MS-13 gang members, not TDA members, with no comment from her or her staff about what her goal on that trip was, or what she saw there, or if she had or has concerns about the treatment of detainees like the ones in our piece. Okay, this is really, really easy. She doesn't give a fuck about them. She doesn't care about how they're being treated. She wants to kill all of them. She doesn't give a shit about any of this stuff. It doesn't matter if they're gang members or not. They will detain whoever the fuck they think is a gang member. They don't give a shit about any of this stuff. It's all illegal, Barry. It's all illegal inherently. Does she understand this? No. She just wants to be a state outlet. That's it. Because that's what Larry Ellison appointed her there as editor-in-chief of CBS for, to be a stenographer for the state. I also think that we are ensuing analysis from the Berkeley students is strange. The pictures are alarming. We should include them. But what does the analysis add? Then why are you pontificating about this? Stupid. We need to do a better job of explaining the legal rationale by the administration. No. There is no legal rationale by the administration here. Barry, it's illegal. It's been judged as illegal by every fucking lower court in the fucking goddamn country. Barry, why talk about their fucking argument? It's a lie. Why are we capitulating to that for no reason? Again, stenographer for the state. She just wants to be a stooge for the Trump administration. That is it. By which the administration detained and deported these 252 Venezuelans to CECOT. It's not as simple as Trump invoking the Alien Enemies Act and being able to deport them immediately. But that's basically what he thought. He invoked the Alien Enemies Act and then wanted to deport them immediately. Sometimes it really is that simple, Barry, but you're coming up with excuses for the administration. And that isn't the administration's argument. The admin has argued in court that detainees are due judicial review, and we should explain this, with a voice arguing that Trump is exceeding his authority under the relevant statute, and another arguing that he is operating within the bounds of his authority. There's a genuine debate here. This is pretty much fucking Bari Weiss. This has always been Bari Weiss's whole sort of thing to begin with, wanting to have actual debates over nonsense issues that do not have to have a fucking goddamn debate. This is what it truly has been all about. She wants to transform CBS into a nothing platform of pointless fucking debate, like blood sports fucking bullshit, and sort of puff pieces about people within the administration by their stupid little fucking town halls. Again, what the fuck kind of debate is this? Has feminism failed women? Stupid. Should Gen Z believe in the American dream? What is this debate? It's fucking goddamn stupid. Fucking, does America need God? Again, another stupid fucking debate. Oh, we're doing a town hall with fucking Sam Altman. Town hall with fucking JD Vance. Like, a bunch of just complete fucking worthless online right-wing grifter fucking bullshit, because that is where Bari Weiss came out of. She is an online fucking grifter. She is not interested in doing actual fucking journalism. She just wants to be a stooge to power. Fucking nonsense. It's so fucking stupid, man. If we cut down Christianome analysis, we'd have the time. Oh yeah, I'm sure. My general view here is that we do our viewers the best service by presenting them with the full context they need to assess the story. The assessments have been done already, Barry. We know the polling on this. The Trump administration's position is just wrong, is incredibly unpopular. There is, again, this is the exact same thing that Bari Weiss has done consistently, trying to manufacture a genuine debate where there is none whatsoever. Stupid. It's non-fucking sensical. In other words, I believe we need to do more reporting here. I am eager and available to help. Yeah, people are definitely going to want your help for this. I tracked down cell numbers for Homan and Miller and sent those along. Please let me know how I can support you. Yeah, dude, because people are going to want the fucking perspectives of the burn victim Tom Homan and the egg-headed Mussolini hanging from his fucking feet lookalike Stephen fucking goddamn Miller. People are definitely wanting their perspectives in all of this, Barry. Like, what else is there really saying? This has been Bari Weiss in a fucking nutshell. Doing her 3 IQ fucking nonsense debates to just waste a bunch of people's time debating over things that already do not need to be fucking debated. And she's willing to just destroy a probably very good documentary expose on the treatment of Venezuelans within fucking CECOT for what exactly? All because she just wants to be a stooge for Donald Trump and a stooge for Larry Ellison, and to just make CBS into a state outlet for the administration that's currently in fucking power. I don't think there's really much else to say besides CBS is probably going to have a rude fucking awakening and are more than likely going to have a bunch of reporters looking to try to get rid of Bari fucking Weiss, who's nothing more than a fucking stooge to power.